Hello, my friends. About this, well, it is the beginning of a week. I was going to say it's about to start a week, but it starts today, really. Preparation for Monday morning. I want to take a look at SPY and see how September went. We've got 1 day left for September. But with that said, man, this was one hell of an accurate reading, guys. So we had a lowest low here with this Ace of Cups. And then I expected to see it again either on the 9th or the 11th. 6th and the 11th. And on the 9th, we almost came down to it. So those are pretty solid. We had a high at the very start of the month, right? The preceding day. We came into peaks after those lows. We had a high, another highest high around the 18th, 19th. Boom, nailed that. And there was a sharp drop in there too into a significant low. That was a little off. I had it as a possibility of another low, but I'm pretty sure I didn't say certain, like, because of the fact that these highs were much more reliable. So my sense is that this was pretty accurate, and then we went into a slightly higher on the 23rd, or roughly, depends on how you look at it. If you look at it as the body or the wick, either way, it's another high. Another high on the 25th. And then possibility of another high on the 30th. It's possible. This was really solid, guys. If you're wondering when this reading was created, if you're new to the channel, guys, where is it? The September monthly was created on June 27th, 2024 at 1:28 p.m. Eastern Time. So with that said, as far as October is concerned, we really are the most accurate stock market predictor in the world. Like, please, if there's somebody that's better that I could learn from in that regard, and you know of them, please send them my way. A mentor is like a shortcut to getting better at something. And unfortunately, doing what I'm doing in a vacuum, I had no mentors, well, physical ones anyways. But I mean, we nailed this reading, guys. So October's interesting, right? So there's a couple of things that could happen. So first off, with September, we had the sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. There's two ways that you could look at it because we've got this strength card as well. So there was this rally here. This is more of a sideways fluctuating rally though, but you could say this is a rally that turned over, right? And then we have this big move out of a decline from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. But this is also sideways fluctuating rally. So my sense is that the fact that we've got this futility card, the futility card innate within itself, it starts out of a decline, out of scary chart, technical chart behavior where you expect to go lower, instead you go higher pretty notably. So there's a decline in there. We've got this sharp unicursal kind of, we've got this unicursal and we've got this Princess of Wands here. These are very toppy, as well as the Ace of Swords. These are all very toppy cards. My sense is that we go into a pretty notable decline there. And the way that you could read the art card based on what's transpired for September, this could be indicating a retracement of this move. That's one of the things that could happen. The other thing is that it could just be showing like a prominent move higher and a full retracement. Whether or not that comes before or after this futility move, a little difficult. They're probably smaller moves in the midst of this futility move, but whether or not we retrace all the way down there, I'd like to know. Hey, Savior. Olga Morales, is that someone you're saying maybe I could take a look at? You think she's more accurate than me? I'm curious. And thank you, by the way. Speaking of mentorship, guys, we're getting ready to launch the first ever Investor Profit University starts in January. Message us on the site if you're interested in enrolling. This is going to be a very selective, or excuse me, a very what's the word I'm looking, exclusive situation. Excuse me, guys. Aside from these regular scheduled live streams, the people that are part of the university will have these access to these private Zooms with me, where we learn a ton about how to read these stuff, how to do it. But even more importantly, guys, stuff that's not necessarily directly related to crypto or stocks is the metaphysics behind it, right? Because the way that I'm doing this, this is manifestation. This isn't seeing the future. This is creating the future, my friends. And that makes sense if you understand multi-dimensional realities. If you think we live in one reality, then you're like, how the hell can you do that? Well, we don't, my friends. We live in a multi-dimensional reality. It's called infinity. So get with the program. All right, so let's take a look at, I wanted to take a look at SHIB coin. Oh, nice. 40 years of experience is a lot. Thank you, Savior. I'll check her out. All right, so that's Google. Where's my SHIB? Here we go. We'll take a look at September and see how we did for September SHIB as well. So I had people sell here. Like I said, I always take profits fast. Very often I will leave some on the table, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. I've explained why that's the smart play, and that you want to kind of aim to do that to be on the safe side, right? If you've seen my other videos, then you understand that. If you try to aim for that max gain, more than often than not, you're going to end up missing out on your profits. Lowest low on the 6th, went into a high on the 10th, so that was a little bit late, but we have another one on the 11th. Another low there on the, I have for the 19th. I have for the 17th, ends up being like the, well, depending on how you look at it, that's on point or off a day. And then we go into highest highs around the 21st, 22nd. This fortune card was that big move on the 26th, which was opportunity before. I have a question mark. Wasn't sure if it was going to be another high, but based on what's transpired, this was overall pretty solid reading. The flat, the peace card, interesting. I'm going to mark this off as peace. Hey, Baz. Hey, Proof. VA daily for this week and next week. I'll do that just after I finish up SHIB here. See, it's hard to say, like, this big move, this is a really big move to the upside. It could be speaking about this, like the monthlies will, the themes can blend into each other. This is on the edge, but my sense is that there's more movement to the upside. It's overall bullish, but then we end near, well, we have a low towards the end of the month, or a sharp, sharp drop towards the end of the month, probably a low towards the end of the month before a big move back to the upside. All right, let's take a look at Boeing. And SHIBcoin, the live updated charts here, guys. You get the link to those as part of our monthly access subscription on our website, Tarot for Traders. Right here, guys. Order now. Subscriptions, monthly access, gets you access to a ton of different tickers. All of the best trades that we see, the timing of the highs, the lows. Not to mention Discord trade alerts, all that stuff. I don't know if I ever mentioned, guys, Boeing is the first stock I ever owned. This Boeing is actually the reason why it was a pivotal point in my life. Somebody gave me 4 shares of Boeing for my bar mitzvah and introduced me to the stock market. And then after I told everybody that they needed to buy this Starbucks IPO at 45 cents and nobody listened, I was like, hey, there's something to this. All right, so Boeing for the next 2 weeks basically. All right, so over the next 2 weeks, overall, we have a sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a notable rally. There's a buy opportunity in here based on the Empress card. All right, so we have a crest on Monday that we sell off from down to and through support. We do a U-shaped reversal below that support, come back and reuse it as a support level. There's an important technical price level, probably resistance highlighted, not always, but probably resistance that's highlighted on Tuesday. It'll be important on a 1-year chart scale. And then we have a lot of volatility on Wednesday that ends with a fast sudden move higher. Sideways rotation on Thursday with a sharp drop that'll stand out in that period of sideways rotation. And then sideways price swinging on Friday. That buy opportunity is the following Monday, it looks like. Tuesday we have a crest that an overbought crest that we sell off down through multiple support levels. Big move to the upside on that a week from Wednesday, so not this Wednesday, but the following. A big move to the upside, pushing the upper end of range higher. Near overbought crest on that Thursday that we sell off from. That's what, the 10th? And bearish price swings and or a sharp drop on the 11th. That's Boeing, guys. Hey, it was luck. Do any of these coins have major rallies during current run? I got a no for all three of those. But the decline for CAT20 looks like there's opportunity, there's buy opportunity in there. Is the XRP pump finished? It printed a large green candle today. Interesting. Let's take a look. XRP, another ticker that's covered by our monthly access subscription, meaning that we cover it on a daily basis by the month. And we also cover it with live Discord trade alerts and live updated trading view charts. The paid version gets you all of the best trades that we see for the month. There were some pretty lucrative XRP trades in September. There definitely were. All right, so let's open up the chart here. Nice. Looks like I missed the very end here with these highs as well. But we did have high side there on the 21st, 22nd. There was one around the 16th, 17th. With little, that was a day late, or a day, yeah, a day late. And then we had a low here on the 6th, like so many of the other ones. There was opportunity on the 1st in the midst of a quick decline to open up a long position. You can see how that went. And then there's that unicursal there on the 5th, 6th. And you can see there's that sharp drop, the biggest drop for the month right there with that Princess of Cups opportunity. This was pretty solid. We didn't have these lows at the end of the month, but in real time, I did say, based on the fact we didn't have these lows, it looks like we were going to have highs at the end of the month. I remember saying that about a lot of these. So it's pretty solid. As far as October is concerned, yeah, it gets mixed in October. What the heck? Yeah, so profitable trades in here, guys. I would say, yeah, you probably want to exit if you're in long positions in XRP. I'm going to throw that up in my Discord here. Just double check. Yeah, it gets pretty mixed and wild in here. I would say this is a good place to take profits. If you got into it, I missed the entry. This was one of the ellipses we were off on. Usually we're pretty on point, but this one we were off on. We were looking for an entry into it, didn't get it. But if you did get into it, Yeah, so I just let my guys know because based on missing out on that, some people probably jumped in anyways, or if they were doing the long trade on it, then they were in it. But this is either way, you would want to exit around these price levels. That's a cash out ruin right there. BT is BTC going down till the 3rd? Literally, guys, there is 1 day left on the last 2025 special offer for, or excuse me, the last special offer for 2025 1-year readings that we'll have in the year of 2024. Last day, tomorrow. It's buy two, get one free. It's a $500 discount. If you're thinking about getting 1 year's, highly recommend grabbing that before it's gone. It's a great deal. Great way to support the channel too. Where's my... Bitcoin, another crypto that we cover with the monthly access subscription. So a prudent investor, we tapped that, they would have exited. Somebody with a little bit more risk tolerance probably stayed in this a little longer. I would say probably early on probably the first actually. The first, there's two opportunities to exit out of here. The first and the second. Oh, that's September. Sorry, let me look at October. Ooh, yikes. Today's the day. I would cash out today if you're still in this. Matter of factly. Because there's possibility of pretty sharp drop in there. You could hop back in at a lower price, most likely, but there's not much left on the table, I think, before we have a pretty notable decline. Let me look at the 1 year. What the heck? Oh. Yeah, see that? Unicursal there? It's nullified, but there's still places where it may take place. We've got actually the October readings are so behind. I mean, this should have been out almost a month ago, but I needed a little vacation. Anyhow, the October reading for SHIB coin, the October reading for XRP are both releasing tonight. If you've got early access, if you've got a monthly access on our website, Tarot for Traders, you're going to take advantage of Tesla 1 day readings by the hour for the month of October as well. There should be some good day trading in there. So the question was till the 3rd, I think. Not exactly. Right, there's a crest that we sell off from, a brief peak that's easily missed, we'll sell off from it pretty notably, but there's a rally out of that decline. There's a rally early in the day or on the cusp of the first second from the bottom of the range to the top of a range, creating another peak, and then we should sell off pretty notably from that into a trough on the 3rd. That's what it looks like to me. Hey, Radmir. I'll come back to you in just a moment, my man. USO looking prime for an entry mid-month. October following a low. USO is one that we'll be covering as of December. We'll be covering it on a monthly basis by the day. USO. Even so, there's still access to the trading view chart already. Whoa. That's definitely off. The majority of this has been solid, but that high there in September, obviously that's off. Yeah, there's a strong possibility that we'll have month's lows, and you'll probably see the low for USO twice in the month of October, or maybe once in October and once on the cusp of November. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to go a bit lower here. Let's see how low we go. See if I can get you like an entry point in here. Yeah, so we had this low here in February, went into a high side thus far in March. Looks like pushed the upper end of a range higher in April. I have it for May, so that's a little bit late. Notable reversal in early May. That's late May into June. But the decline off of the May high offering opportunity to open up a long position, that's pretty solid, taking us into a high there in June, July. And then we came pretty close in August. It's just this one high here is off. But I think that these lows are pretty solid. These lows are really pretty solid. We had a low here. It ended up being the very... Where'd it go? Right, we had this low here that in June, and you can see we came pretty close. This is a lowest low here in September. I missed that one. September was weird. September stands out strangely as not very accurate in comparison to the rest of the reading. But that's the thing. When I'm off on something, guys, very rarely is it the whole reading. It's usually just like a little piece here or there, which is why you can still reference these. And look, if you know how to read SO Meta, you see the error and you look at the cards and you're like, oh, duh, I should have seen that. That's how it works, you know. I think there's a low in here, and let's see if it comes down to this price level here. If you're just joining us, guys, I'm reading into the 1 year reading, which has been pretty accurate aside from an anomaly in September. It's like an enigma for the reading. Either way, I'm looking for these lows here, roughly a price range for them. Yeah, there should be a pretty sharp decline into this price level here, so I would mark this off. Remember, guys, if you're new to this, if you're new to SO Meta, do not use price levels as entry and exits. Don't do it. You're gonna regret it if you do that. I promise you. This might go lower. I feel like this goes lower. Oh well, maybe. Does it go lower? Yeah, okay, so I would probably count on something around this range here. This is USO, guys, if you're just joining us. And if you're new to the channel, when I've drawn the ellipse on the chart, I'm giving you an idea of like a range of where I expect the price level to be around at any given time there. It should, on the chart, fill in somewhere here. And if I have them overlapping, the darker area is usually like where there's a higher probability. Come on. Of a reversal. So red ellipses are always going to be like, weird, that's not red though. Where I see like a trough or a low of some kind forming. What the heck? Somewhere in there in the month of October. So you might open up partial mid-month and add to it when because we'll probably revisit it again at the end of the month. And then there should be a high, like, pretty notable move to the upside around the cusp of November, December. What price do I expect Bitcoin to fall? All right, let's take a look. Hmm. Hard to see it in the reading. Let's see if I can do it with yes or no here. What the heck? Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm not getting anything clear for that. And for the most part, Radmir, I try to avoid answering these price level questions, my man. It's really not the way to trade this information. The biggest losses, like, and there haven't been a lot, but the biggest losses that I've seen people make, both of them, there's been times so that was a big loss. One's not actually realized even yet. But point being, both of those, they were following price level information. I'm telling you, avoid it. Go for the timing and chart behavior. And this is something that I'll teach in detail in the Investor Profit University starting in January. It's a tough read, Radmir. It really is, because we've got a bearish theme card, but the majority of the month looks like it's to the upside. So it's a really difficult read. It's not the type of like thing that you want to go in and you want to base price levels on. Just follow the sequence of events. Watch the trade alerts. There's very likely a sharp, like some price swinging in here with a sharp drop and a big move here in the very beginning of the month. Yes, there should be a fall before the 7th, but there's a lot back and forth going on here. A lot of back and forth. So there'll be a fall and a rebound, I should say, before the 7th. And another thing is the unicursal on the 1 year would make you think there's a sharp decline. The Ace of Cups makes you think that there's a significant opportunity on a 1 year chart scale to open up a long position. So those things are a big deal. But then here on the 1 month, the unicursal is nullified. We've got the Ace of Cups at the end of the month. That's a pretty significant cross reading congruency and buy opportunity on a multi-day scale there. So like if you're looking for like to play long positions, probably want to just hold most in cash if you're in cash for that day. And if you're in long positions, I would say it's always better to protect capital than and miss out on a gain than it is to like make that gain. Like there's too much risk involved, and rule number one has to be protect capital. Why? Because once you run out of it, there's no coming back. You can make it forever, but once you run out, you're done. Protect your capital. Number one rule. Hey, Simple Auto, will we see low 40s for Bitcoin by the end of the year? I'm gonna update this now. Green ellipses where I expect a peak or a crest of some kind. This would be a good exit. I don't think we're going that high because we didn't make it high enough in the late part of September. Something like that. But I would say, based on the Princess of Discs here, there might be possibility tomorrow is what is the cash out, but the Princess of Discs at a high, it's talking, cash out, cash out. So 40s by the end of the year. No. The lows are already in. The lows for the year are in. Now there is possibility that we revisit a low here on the cusp of October, November, but I really don't think so because there's pretty strong correlation here to a highest high for the year, and we're not far from that. We really aren't at this point. I don't see 40. No, I don't see 40 in here. I don't think we're even coming down to the 50s. Hey, April. You're welcome, Radmir. TQQQ. What is that, like 3 times long or something? Oops. Okay, so this is a triple leveraged ETF, guys. This isn't a short, this is a long. So they're not nearly as risky as a leveraged short ETF. Those are the ones that you almost never want to do anything other than a day trade in a leveraged short ETF. Leveraged long ETF, it's still something that a lot of people will use for day trading because what it's doing is I believe it's 3 times the market. I'm sure April will confirm for me, but I believe it does 3 times whatever the QQQ is. So if the QQQ does 10%, theoretically it should do 30%. Something along those lines, right? So for the remainder of the week, or for this coming week, I should say. Pretty significant trade opportunity this week on a multi-day scale to open up a long position or close a short. Probably open up a long. We'll look at that on a daily basis here. Okay, so there's a brief peak on Monday that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple supports. We have a sideways S formation within a channel, likely to the downside, from a resistance to support, back to resistance, back to support, creating a sideways S formation. There's a bit of a rally into the Wednesday, but the rally is halted by a decline through key support on a multi-day scale. Price swings on Thursday, and then there's a resistance level on Friday that you could probably close along if you want to do like a short-term multi-swing. We probably hit that resistance after a rally along a diagonal trend line ends with a fast sudden move higher, taking us into that resistance, and then we break down through that diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. If you don't want to exit there, you'll have to ride out Tuesday of the following week, which is what? That's the 8th. Sorry, you have to ride out Monday, sorry. But there's likely opportunity in that decline again to open up along. That's Monday the 7th. I would probably exit the long on that first Friday on the 4th. That was TQQQ if you're just joining us. And we have confirmation. It is 3 times the QQQ. Those are fun. Can make some good gains with those. Guys, if you're an angel investor of the channel, first off, like, it's the whole purpose of the channel to follow through on the rule of karma. If you don't know what that is, there's a video playing on the YouTube channel. It tells you all about it. The whole purpose. And for those people that are repeatedly following through on the rule of karma, we consider you angel investors. There's a Discord channel for angel investors where we keep a link to all of the special offers. And other special things happen. Like right now, I'm getting ready to do the altcoin picker readings for 2025. And in the angel investor Discord, I asked people to list these altcoins, whatever altcoins they want me to cover. No chart necessary. How is Hood looking for October? This is looking toppy. Yeah. October, there's a rally offering opportunity to open up a short position. And I would say, if you're in a long and you've got a good gain, I mean, we'll probably go a little higher, but like, if you got a good gain, this is not like a stupid place to exit. This would be a smart place to exit for a safe play. Is ETH also bearish till the end of October? Yeah, there's a peak in there. like a major peak. Yeah, and it's mostly decline off of that peak. Ethereum is one of the tickers that's covered by our Total Access subscription, which gets you access to all of the stuff on our channel, all of the 1 years. Currently, there's like, I think like 40 or something of them. Yeah, I would probably follow a similar strategy with Ethereum that I'm following with Bitcoin. It looks like there's some room to the upside on Ethereum versus there's still some room to the upside on Bitcoin. So this is a place, again, I highlight this as a place to exit on the near term, but there should be higher price levels before lower price levels. It's very risky to count on them, though, because the overall theme is the failure card. It's a risky call, but I think probably they're over there. All right, my friends, with that said, I'm going to roll. Again, if you're just joining us, don't miss out on the last day of the last special offer for 2025 1-year readings that we'll offer in 2024. It's buy two, get one free. It's a $500 discount. 1 day left. It's gone on the 1st. But most importantly, make sure to follow that rule of karma. And if you're new to the channel, guys, we'll be on tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. That's another regular scheduled time. That'll be members only, but you can still watch. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Sundays, a regular time, subscribers only. And there's a bunch more as part of our Discord. Our public Discord has a channel that gives you the links to all of our lives and the schedule and all that. But with that said, much love, blessings to all my angel investors. I will see you guys tomorrow.